So I guess it's one small victory on the path to what we hope to have happen.
Iowa ballot certification is on pause after a judge granted a key injunction, the impact it could have on the November election. Plus, Iowa's lieutenant governor is stepping down, why he made the decision and the next step in filling the position. Then this.
Us having extra officers gives us a better opportunity to make sure that when you do need us, that we're here.
More protection will come at a cost. How a ballot measure would impact the Fort Dodge police force 1 week out from a special election.
Devastating. You know, you see it on television, but it's different when it happens to you in your house, in your town, in your people. It's different.
A strong wind, heavy rain, and tornadoes have left behind significant damage in areas all around central Iowa. The city of Greenfield sustained some of the worst damage. Homes destroyed, trees uprooted, lives changed forever. Thousands now having to rebuild. The Iowa State Patrol confirming multiple fatalities and more than a dozen injuries after a tornado swept through the area. Now the cleanup and rebuilding efforts commence just hours after disaster. Well, that's where we are bringing you team coverage.
This affected me, my everyday living, how I wake up, all around my house with my son.
Powerful statements from the victims' families in the Starts Right Here sentencing. How long the convicted killer will serve and what he had to say in his last court appearance.
The to-do list is getting longer for Iowa educators, how schools are navigating a controversial law as students prepare to return to the classroom. And the tides are changing in the race for the White House, the trend new polls show, and whether claims coming from Trump are true.
Absolutely horrifying. Like, that's one of the worst moments of my entire life, but the best phone call I got was saying that they were okay.
At 6:32, the city of Perry is still grieving this morning after a shooting at Perry High School on Thursday. Across Iowa, Governor Kim Reynolds has ordered flags to be at half-staff through Sunday.
Police got an active shooter call to the school at 7:37 Thursday morning. The call came in about 20 minutes before the first day of the spring semester was set to begin. Perry police officers responded within minutes. They immediately got in and saw students and faculty either sheltering in place or running from the school. Police have identified the suspected shooter as 17-year-old Dylan Butler, a student at the school. Police say he had a pump-action shotgun and a small caliber handgun. 6 people were shot. One of them, a 6th grader, died. At this hour, that student has not yet been identified. 5 others were injured. ABC reports Perry High School principal Dan Marburger is one of those hurt. Officers say Butler was found dead with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Here's what we're working to learn. Right now, investigators have not given a possible motive as to why Dylan Butler carried out this shooting or why he targeted the middle school. Law enforcement also have not named all of the victims in the shooting. We also are working to figure out how Butler got a gun, since according to Iowa law, he should not have had access to one. This is what the law in Iowa says. According to state law, you must be 21 to buy a gun in Iowa unless you work in a profession that requires you to carry a firearm or a parent allows you to have a gun.
As we continue to tell you about this tragedy, you may be looking for ways to help. Here's one way you can do that. LifeServe needs blood donations. They are supplying blood to Des Moines area hospitals to help treat the victims. If you want to donate blood, you have 2 options. You can either schedule an appointment or simply walk in to any LifeServe blood donation location.
Well, it has been a long courtroom battle. Iowa's abortion law is officially going into effect next Monday. The law will ban abortions once cardiac activity is detected, which is right around 6 weeks of pregnancy. The decision has taken years of legal back and forth. It started in 2018 when lawmakers attempted to ban abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. A lower court permanently blocked that law in 2019, and the Iowa Supreme Court upheld the ruling last June. After that decision, a special session was held, passing the new law. Shortly after, a judge blocked it from being enforced. Then last month, the Iowa Supreme Court ruled the hold can be lifted based off a U.S. Supreme Court decision that there is no constitutional right to an abortion. That brings us to today, where a district judge officially set a date for Iowa's abortion law to take effect. Local 5's Dana Searles is in studio now. Dana, thank you. Governor Kim Reynolds released a statement in response to the decision today. She said, quote, "Today is a victory for life. As the fetal heartbeat law finally takes effect, our work will continue to strengthen a culture of life in Iowa." The ACLU also reacting to the news. The organization said in part, quote, "Iowans will lose the ability to make private medical decisions, even though most of us believe abortion should remain legal. We will never stop fighting for reproductive freedom." Check this out. Today was day 2 of judging for the online mullet championships. There are 3 different age groups for kids, teenagers, and adults, and it's not just about the best hairdo, although that one is awesome. All the money raised, that one too, goes to Homes for Wounded Warriors. Winners will be announced August 28th. How are they going to decide?
I don't know. I'm inspired. I want one.
I do too, and we will follow up on this one for you. Have a great night.